Hi everybody, this is Paul at Reliable POD, and this is a video showing you how to create a design for a t-shirt and then to add that design to Shopify and also to Etsy. So first thing you do when you come into the app, click on My Products. We'll do a fixed print on demand product, not a personalized product. I'll do a separate video for personalized. When you come in, if you click on new print on demand product, select t-shirts, and then this comes in to show you the range of apparel that we're doing. What we are doing now is we're separating the apparel into front print, front and back print, and back print only, because that allows us to put better mock-ups in place. 98% of what we do is front print, so we have to take space up for mock-ups for the back, front and back prints. So for this one we'll just do the front print gilding. So if you click on the product, when that opens up, it automatically selects all the colours and all the sizes. If you're designing just for a certain colour t-shirt, you can turn these on and off here so that it only generates the mock-ups for the colours that you want. But for this exercise, I'm going to leave them all selected and show you another feature in the software. So as you can see here, these are all the front product level mock-ups with the models on them. So what you do is we'll leave everything selected, we'll click on start designing, and then we're going to add an image. So when we click on there, I've created a couple of images, one for a white shirt and one for a black shirt. So if I click on the one for the black shirt and add that, you can see there that if you click on the dark shirts here, you can see that that image works. But if you click on a white shirt, you can see, because you've designed that image for a black shirt, that the white's not going to show up. Well, what we can do on that is, if you click on the white shirt, come here, click to switch off synchronization, just turn it off for the white, and then add an image, and then if you select that image for the white shirt, you can see that that's working fine. So if you add that layer, and let's say you wanted to change that as well, well, to be fair, if you work your way down and look at those, most of them work. Some of these colors you probably wouldn't use, but that's how you swap an image out. For instance, if you wanted to swap the image out on that for one that you've designed, preferably for that colour shirt, again, you would just click switch that off and then upload it. So you've basically uploaded your designs there, you've swapped the designs out which you wish to do so. Next step is click onto the mock-ups, confirm, and then you can see here these are all the mock-ups it's going to create. Now, any that appear at the top here, they're what we call product level mock-ups, and these are the individual variant images. So when you're on Shopify, if somebody clicks on a sports grey, that will appear there. So you want to create all those mock-ups. The other thing as well is down at the bottom, you can see we've got a size guide and a colour chart as well, which is included here in these static mock-ups. So if you click onto the next, we'll call this one test. You can add some tags here if you wish to. I'm not going to add any. You've got your description here, which you can edit or change if you want to. And if you click create, that will now begin creating all the mock-ups that you need. So now it's generated all the mock-ups for that product. If we click on it and go in there and take a look, you can see it's created and named them all. So it's created all the product level mock-ups, and then it's created all the variants, and it's created the static images there. What you can do then is, if you click add to store, if you do click add to store and it hangs a little bit, that's because it's not finished generating the mock-ups. It probably takes about a minute and a half, because there's quite a few, but I paused the video. If you click on add to store, should come up with a list of the store options that you've got. I'm going to put this to our test store, and again, as you're going through now, you can basically select which ones you want to push. If you don't want to push any of those colours, just turn them off. Same with sizing, but I don't think anybody would turn any sizing off. So click next. Again, here, all the product level ones, and then these are the variant images here for Shopify. Click next again. You can add some tags here if you want. That's up to you. Next one, you can manually put them into a collection if you wanted to add them. If you got one on your store called t-shirts or whatever, you can add it in there, just select it. Next comes your pricing. We've got the recommended retail in there. You can obviously change these. You can increase them globally if you want to. You can increase them all. Let's say, for instance, you wanted more. If you click $3 increase by, that will take the price up, as you can see. So let's say you wanted to add $5 onto each one. Just click there, and then you can see this is what you'll be charged by us. Obviously there's shipping on top. Currently that's $5.75 for a shirt. So you can see here your 2XL and 3XLs are slightly more expensive. So once you've done that, if you then click add to store, that will then add it to the store, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So if we come across into our demo Shopify store, you can see we've pushed that across. It's pushed all the male mock-ups models across. It's put the colour guide there, and then you've got all your variant images which are attached showing up there. And again, you can see it's attached them to all the variants there. You can of course edit and change the order in which these appear, but some people will, some people won't. And then if we click view on there to take a look at it on the website, we've just got the basic Dawn theme on. So you can see here now, if you change that, you can see, and just to show you the white, because we switched that image out when we was creating the product, it's got the right image in there, and that'll be the right print file if somebody orders it. Then these are all the product level ones that people can take a look at, and again, if they want to see the correct color, I can just select from there. So what I'll do now is I'll carry on and I'll show you how we push the product to Etsy. Okay, so now when you want to take the same product and push that to Etsy, I'll just talk you through that process. So you've created your product, you've pushed it to Shopify, you want to push to Etsy, just come here, click on add to store. And what you do is you'll select the store which you want to push to. It's just our demo store. Again, if you don't want to push these other colours, then you can turn them off here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn off these 4, because with Etsy you only get to put 10 images onto the store. So if I click next, now what it's doing here is basically saying what images do you want to upload to. Do you know what I think what I'll do is I think I'll push them all to the store here. Let's turn them all back on again for you, make this a bit easier. So as you come through to here, What you want to do then is the software allows Etsy allow up to 10 images to be sent to the store. This actual product, the t-shirt, has got 22, so no matter what you do, you can't push 22 images through to Etsy. So we've set the app up so that it selects the first 10 images that are in there and doesn't select any of the variant images. So what you could do is, if you wanted to, is you could turn all of these off and then select, for instance, select these so that when you select a variant it would display, or you could reduce the number of products and t-shirts that you send to Etsy. So for example, let's say you just sent black, white, dark heather and sports grey there, you could turn these others off, and let's say you want the colour charts on there so everybody can see, and then if you wanted the variants image as well, you'd select the black, you would select the white, you'd select the sports grey, and you would select the dark heather. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 2 images there. You've got 10 in total, which will push to the store. This is always going to be a user choice. If you want to push every colour to the store and just have the colour chart on, what happens is when the customer then uses Etsy, when they select the drop down box, it won't go to a variant colour. What this will do, because we've gone 4 here, and then the 2 there, it will go to a variant colour as well when you show it. So let's just go through that. Next one is tags. You can enter tags in your title here. Please don't put any special characters in the title tag, exclamation marks or anything. Etsy doesn't like it and it rejects it on the API when we try to push it. So make sure your title, I think the length as well for Etsy on the title is 140 characters. If you exceed that, it won't let you push. You can enter some tags here if you want to. You just type in the name of the tag and put it in. Just remember your tags for Etsy, you can have a maximum of 13, and each tag can't be longer than 20 characters. Again, if it is, then Etsy will reject it when you push to Etsy. Come through to the next screen. If you're doing a personalization, this is where you type in the name of your personalization field, but I've got a separate video on personalization for you, so just ignore that. You come here, you can select the collection or your section that you want to put it into. I've only got one, or you can create a new one here. Then you select the categories, so we'll do t-shirt and graphic tees. So on to the next one. You do need a shipping profile. If you don't select a shipping profile, Etsy will reject it. So if you haven't created a profile for us on your Etsy store, there's a separate video on the website how to do that with the details. It's a very quick video. Then click next. That's us as the production partner. If you want to select us, again, here comes your pricing. If you want to charge more for the product, let's say you want to charge $5 more at the retail, increase by $5, and you'll see it puts the prices up accordingly across every variant. This is going to be a cost price that's here. Obviously you've got your shipping on top of that, and then just click add to store. So I'll add that to the store, and then I will show you what it looks like across in Etsy when it gets there. So when you come into Etsy, your product is here, it's been created, it's pushed the images across. These are your variant images, these are the product level ones, so you can move those around to suit how you want to view the product. You've also got your size guide, your colour here, and then your thumbnail down here. As we scroll down, you'll be able to see on the variants now, it's picked up all the variant images that we pushed across to it for the 4 that we selected. But then you'll see as you get further down, because we've only got 10 images to play with, it doesn't select those. Like I said, what you can do is, if you don't want the male mock-ups to come across, you can leave those off, and you can add another 4 colours, which 8 colours for a product is, I feel, is sufficient. So again, you've got the size guide here. So if we take a look at that, let's publish that. Click twice, there we go. And then we'll view what that looks like on Etsy. So there you can see now, these are the product level ones that display, which look quite nice. These are the variant ones, obviously your colours. And what happens here is, if you click on these, you can see it takes you to the right ones. But if you go to, say, Azalea, because we didn't select the variant image for that, it doesn't do anything. So this is all a matter of user choice. You may want variant images, may want to leave all the variant images off and just use the models and the color charts. But that is basically how you do it. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye bye.